All right. So I know I said that that would be this would be the last of it, but actually, because of the change of plans, I found myself in a part of Switzerland I didn't really expect to, and what am I going to do with all this extra time, that I'm not using for snowboarding? Well, I used it to check out two main places. One was Sargans, which is a town that I've been staying in these past couple days. And then the other one is, well, when you're that close to another country, especially a very small country that you pretty much can only get to from Switzerland, who would I be if I didn't cross this off my bucket list? So, typical Andrew, adding more countries to his travels. This right here is Vaduz in the Principality of Liechtenstein. Background on this place. It is a very small country. I believe it's the third or so smallest in the world by volume. The population is about 37,000, and it is actually, according to some sources, the wealthiest country on Earth per capita. Now, like I said, that's some sources. That is basically according to the CIA World Factbook, which they actually get these estimates all in different years. So that was based on 2009 when there was a global recession going on. So, I believe that since then Qatar has overtaken it. So, I wouldn't say number one in terms of per capita wealth, but it's definitely towards the top. It is, like I said, it's actually very small. That's probably, if you've heard of it, that's probably why you've heard of it. Because it's known for being a country that you can actually walk from the southern tip of Balzers to the northern tip in less than 5 hours. And you can bike it in less than 90 minutes. In fact, a lot of people do that. Put it this way, Tom Brady's career passing yardage is enough to get from the south tip to the north tip and back and to Sargans. So that, like I said, it's only 25 kilometers from top to bottom, and it's 12 kilometers wide. So, like I said, here's the capital city of Vaduz, nestled here in the Alps. And actually some of the scenery is actually really, really, really cool. I'm going to try to get you a good view of the Alps over there in a second. But a little bit of a background on this place. Again, this is kind of a last minute thing, so I haven't gotten too much of a chance to do a lot of research, so I apologize if I leave something incomplete or get something wrong. But there's one source that says that the borders have remained unchanged since the 15th century. Now, I don't know how much I want to believe that because, the country's quest for independence, international recognition, and all that, it all started with the royal family, which was named the Liechtenstein family in 1608. And it was definitely a struggle. They were actually very, very, very wealthy. This family was loaded. And what they were trying to obtain was power, answering really to no one else And it was definitely a several generation struggle that ended in 1699, I believe, when they finally got, enough power to call themselves an independent principality. By the way, that is what the flag looks like there. And nowadays, one of the things that makes Liechtenstein stand out is the fact that a lot of people here, a lot of people work here and commute from other countries, mainly, obviously, Switzerland and Austria, which are the two countries that border it. So, now that is what I'm going to try to get some more footage of. That is Schloss Vaduz. That is the royal family's residence. So you can't actually enter the castle itself. However, you can go up to the front gates. And it's about a half an hour climb from here up there. And it's been said that on August 15th, if you want to pick a time of year to come here, I would definitely say August 15th. That's Independence Day in Liechtenstein, and that is when the prince invites everybody that lives here, into his crib for some brewskis, or into his castle for some drinks. But I'll show you a little bit more of that in a second on the YouTube version. Obviously, I can't get up there in one single clip. But like, here's like the main shopping center here, and but back to what I was saying about like the commuters. A lot of European businesses actually like to relocate here and set up shop here, because one of the things that attracts them, and that's something that they want to keep that way, is the very low corporate tax rate. So, and it was an interesting experience coming here, because it's the eastern border is pretty much determined by the mountain range here, and the western border is determined by the Rhine River, and into the and that's when you get back into Switzerland and other parts of the Rhine Valley. So, going even further back in history, one of the things that I was not expecting to find was that there's a lot of stuff from like the Stone Age, and that's something that kind of it's easy to forget about when you think about history, because you think of we got the pyramids, and then the ancient Rome, ancient Greece, but they got some artifacts in that museum over there from about 4,500 BC. That's 2,000 years before the pyramids of Egypt. So, just goes to show, everything is usually a lot older than you think it is, or every place is. So, I'm going to show you that right there. Of course, now the sun is out. Why couldn't I have had weather like this these past couple days? And I'm going to show you just one more shot of the castle up there. And so this right here is the lookout point when you come up those trails right here. So basically, that's that area right down there, like that's where like the church is, and all of that, and like this main drag right here. It got them all the way down here, and then this is where the trails start, and then it's actually really nice walk up there, and then you kind of go around here, and then it takes you to this lookout point, and then you go right up to Vaduz Castle. So how would you like to live in a place like that, with that kind of a view to wake up to every morning? And of course, if you want to see more of Liechtenstein, there is like a family ski resort to the east. There is another castle that is sometimes open to the public, not today though, in the southern town of Balzers. And if you come during the summer, it's got really nice trails for walking, hiking, and biking. So, once again, gonna have to say that sometimes when plans don't go according to plan, well, some great things can come out of it, and you get to see some places that you would not have gotten to see otherwise. So, Liechtenstein, and once again, thank you for watching, and once again, thank you to all of my followers, and I'll be wrapping this up probably in one more day. Danke schön.